Good morning, boys and girls. I'm going to walk you through lesson 3.8, and we're going to look at bar models and how they can help us solve addition and subtraction problems. And we're going to jump right in and actually do a few problems. And we'll use the bar model to kind of help us as another strategy for solving problems. So a bar model has three places on it. It's got a part one, a part two, and then this is, even though it's skinnier, thinner, I guess would be the word, it's longer. And so this is the total. The whole amount is represented here. And that's why the bar actually goes all the way across both parts. So you got part, part, whole. That's kind of how I like to think about it. All right, let me get rid of these marks. And let's go ahead and jump right into the problem. Haley has 5 pennies in her pocket and 7 pennies in her wallet. How many pennies does she have in all? So this is just it's a part whole problem, and we know both parts, but we don't know the total. We know she has 5 pennies in her pocket and then 7 pennies in her wallet. So let's go ahead and write in the information we know. And if you look carefully, you'll see that this part is a little bit smaller than this part. So we'll put the 5 here and the 7 here. So the part, and then this goes underneath both parts will represent the whole. So part, whole. So this problem is an addition problem because we're trying to find out how many she has all together. So 5 plus 7 equals what? And how many pennies does she have? Now I could solve this by doing a picture. I could solve this by counting up. Or I could solve this by knowing some things I know about facts. For this one, I really like just counting up. So I can put 5 in my head and count up 7 more times. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I just kind of keep track of how many times I counted. So 5 plus 7 is 12, which means she has 12 pennies all together, in all. And I can put the 12 up here as well. And when you're doing these in your workbook, please make sure you cover all, or put an answer in on all the blanks. Show all your work. If you draw a picture for this, which would be a great strategy, you could draw like a big circle that would represent her pocket, and an even bigger circle that might represent her wallet, and put the pennies inside here and count them. That's another good strategy to use. All right, let's try another problem. On this one, again, here's the bar model, and even though it's a little bit inverted, the big bar that goes all the way across is the total, and then you have part and part with an answer. Okay, so let's read this one. Ben eats 14 crackers. Ron eats 6 crackers. How many more crackers does Ben eat than Ron? So this is a comparison problem, and we know that Ben ate 14 crackers and that Ron ate 6 crackers. And we want to know how many more. So like almost like I like to think of it like a score. Like what was Ben's score? How many more crackers did he eat than Ron? Okay, so let's do it as a subtraction problem. So 14 minus 6. And I know the answer is right here. But if I was doing this and I didn't have the answer written for me, I would count backwards. If it was 1, 2, or 3, I'd count backwards. If it was something I could do with a related addition problem, I might think about it as 6 plus 8. But I would count backwards for this. And I would put the 14 in my head and then count backwards. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, and 8. And so the answer would be 8. Ron ate 8 more crackers than Ben. Okay, so let's look at one more. Susie had 14 cookies. She gave 6 cookies to Grace. How many cookies does she have now? So she had 14. So again, this on the subtraction problem, we know the total. She had 14. She gave away 6. How many does she have left? So this is just a straight subtraction problem. She had 14. She gave 6 of them to Grace. and we want to know how many she has left. So very similar to the way we were looking at this one, only it's just a little bit different in terms of structure. Instead of comparing the two, we just want to know how many she has left now. So 14 minus 6, I would do it the same way. I would count backwards for this one. So I'd put 14 in my head and count backwards 6 times. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, and 8. She would have 8 cookies. So we could check our answer on this slide. $14 minus 6 is 8. And I can try to get this one to move too. I'm not sure why my computer's so slow. Bear with me. There we go. She has 8 cookies now. Okay, good luck with your lesson today. There are slides that you'll need to go through, and you'll need to listen to your teacher's lesson. If you have any troubles at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have fun with math today.